Got ourselves Goeris and Team 2. They are missing a guy. They're gonna have a body missing the entire time. Saya had to go. He got it says a big day tomorrow. Good luck, my man. Good luck, my guy. Studs out for Skragar, and looks like Team Goeris with Leo, Blush, and Oric. Just gonna have to play like one of you is gonna have to play a one-man army to find a way to fight through Team Kragar and his army of wizards. Look at those wizards. And this man is a wizard in the with a sword. He's a wizard with a blade. Wait, no, hold on. Isn't there like a wizard spec in Baldur's Gate that's like a sword wizard? Spell sword? I think it is spell sword, right? Am I wrong about that? That's coming out on BG3 soon. So there's like literally a school of using swords. Not much of a wizard. That's like being a wizard with a gun. I cast fireball. I cast bullet. You know what I mean? Big damage on the Kragar. Taking a huge chance back-to-back defensive sense is not enough to keep him alive, though. But it's going to be this someone to grant for a quick second. As his primordial storm ability is physical damage, is partially physical, does need a melee weapon at the very least, does go for a stun onto Goeris, avoiding the second stun totem. Goeris dropping down the big bulwark, letting him tank up and get ready with Kragar. Got himself a bit of defense as well. Let's just try to go for chopper after chopper after chopper. This is looking for big hits back to back. Goeris does himself yet another primordial storm. Kragar's got it super low. He got a rallying cry. He isn't really playing with the south bar. Trinket is get used. Spear onto Goeris. Can't go anywhere. Does stun him. Kragar looking for a big demolish. Goeris in trouble. Oh, and does it. Striking him. Taking him out with Orc backing up out of this. See Kragar just ready to go. You're not seeing Kragar cowering. You're seeing Kragar rushing head first into danger. Does go for a quick leap. Backing up out of there really quickly. As Oric got himself lots of damage, but if fear stops him in place, that is so unfortunate. Oh my god, man. He's got a lot of potential damage. Oh, he's just chopping right through Kragar. Is it going to be enough? Parry up for Kragar for a second, or just to find a way to break through it. He's playing that Slayer build. If he was playing Mounted Thane, I'm pretty sure he could get those lightning strikes through the defenses. Kragar even picked up a little bit of healing there too. I don't know if it was a normal heal or if it was just second wind kicking it because he's just parrying everything. So he's literally taking 0 damage. Does go for battle masses here just to give himself a bit more health to work with. It is not a lot. Rallying cry, just borrowing a lot of health. He's borrowing a lot, man. Is it going to be enough though? Looks like Orc does go for a quick roar, shattering the bones of Kragar as the man falls apart in front of the arena. Floreset, just a couple of lances, and Orc may just go down to those. Does technically have a stun ready to go, and Orc, he knows he needs to get the hell out of dodge. Quick fear is gonna get stunned. You're gonna get stunned. No, you're not. Apparently not. He kicked nothing though, which is unfortunate. That might put him behind because now Floor can just use all his casts without worrying about getting CC'd or interrupted. Reflect, I think that Reflect summoned back at Floor. Orc either needs to scatter himself or race it behind the pillar, or well, yeah, defenses, man. Getting caught out in a blizzard, getting caught out in the storm of icicles out in the arena is an unfortunate situation. Leo is going to charge out of Floor immediately. He's going to get himself that massive shield. Is he playing the big Giga shield that does damage whenever he pops? Did he buff that shield, the frosty one, a little bit? I wonder if that's an E. I know fire was really good. Floor trying to see if he can back up out of it. Does get himself the ultra. Lots of his cancelled to Leo. Not giving Leo much of a breather, and still has that ultra to reposition. That ultra is going to be reduced by dampening, however, which is unfortunate. Trying to see if he can drop down and meet you with Cobble Storm. Leo could be under a lot of trouble. Floor may just be able to wipe the floor with him, literally. Or is it going to be enough though? Leo does still stay charging in. Death Pack. I'm not a Necrotic. Lichborn? I saw the big skull with the Lichborn. I was like, Necrotic. What was it going to say? Necrotic Barrier? Necrotic Summon? Necrotic Aura? Hasn't there been a button with Necrotic Summon for decades before? Where am I getting that from? Or am I thinking of like a boss from like Necrotic Wake, maybe? I saw the skull, I thought of the last boss on Necrotic Wake. Like, oh, Necrotic, whatever. Plus is the last one left over for the team too. Can Plush pull this off, man? That's a lot of wizards you gotta get through. Unholy Assault, Necrotic Aura. Was in Legion. Okay, Necrotic War was Legion, but no. I was thinking something like a heal button from WoD. Oh, I don't remember what it's called. There's a couple of them. One was like Convergence, but I don't think it's Necrotic Convergence. And the other is like Necrotic Siphon. Because I know they had some kind of button to defensively and it was Necrotic something. I don't remember anymore, man. PvP talent. Maybe. I was thinking of the word necrotic, and I was like, necrotic what? My brain got confused, I guess. Full bleeds are up on the floor. Bleeds, everything. Taking them out. Taking them out. Necrotic Bulwark, I feel like could totally be a DK ability, though. You know what I mean? Just in the name alone. They're so green looking. He's so green. Oh, I like your weapon, too. Big cloak of shadows for plush. Instantly bleeding up. Young, not even giving him a chance to catch a breather here whatsoever. Deathpack is available, doesn't use it just yet. Just letting those bleeds do work, and Young able to at least go for a little bit of a bit of that healing, a bit of a recovery, a bit of that, I don't even know. Big missiles though. Oh, yo, Arcane mages. Apparently you guys got some chops. Okay, I need to see more of that. Kragar charging out first in the battlefield versus Goeris. I think it's the first time these two are fighting each other, actually. It's going to be instant root with the Earth Elemental. Goeris just giving Kragar no respect. The disrespect. As he does go for a burrow. Really aggressive use of burrow, really. I mean, I think he just tried to stay away from Kragar the entire time and try to be extra careful. Or he just messing with him, I think, at this point, because it's a big defensive normally. Or he's just trying to get ahead of Kragar before he has himself a big go. Does go for a nice little twirly twirl of all the elements together with the new Primordial Storm, I think it's called. I mean, you should learn what the hell that thing is. You go Primordial Bolt, and then you get a combo ability with like a Storm thing. At least it's what I think it is. Kragar charging in, spear down to Goeris. This is why Goeris trying to see if he can back the hell out of here if at all possible. Kragar rooted, and he's trying to do whatever damage he can to Goeris. He's kind of delaying having to use Demolish. Does go for it right here. Does end up cracking through defense of Goeris as the center drops. This way you need to get yourself charges in order to reconnect with him if at all possible. Oh, charges to around somebody else accidentally by the looks of it. But does get close to Goeris. Big Primordial Storm hits him from every angle. Does disarm the weapons out of Goeris' hands for a second. Not like he really needs weapons in order to keep dealing damage, to be honest. Does get a root on the Kragar as he goes in for a Stone Bolt, but not enough to connect with him at all. Stun Totem does need to check out the second totem if it does reset. Does reset. Does not get hit by the second one, though. Goeris is kind of lowish on health, though. He doesn't have much to work with. Does get him some random ascent. Big Primordial Storm is ready. Kragar picking up a little bit of health. Focusing on Totem for a second. Waiting until the Bloodlust woes away for Goeris. Just using control here as best as possible. Big Demolish almost ends up. Mortal Strikes and executes. Doesn't, though. And that's going to be Orc up next as a Fury Warrior. Last time, he did end up getting a kill onto Kragar. Kragar looking for a leap immediately. Bladestorm to back up out of there. And Orc Bladestorm right after him. Kragar needs 10 seconds for a parry. Oh, but does go down. That is so rough. Not even given a global, really, out of Bladestorm to even catch any recovery. That is tough. But Maestro hitting him with an immediate phrase, but it's very like Polly does force a trick out of him. The Arcane Mage got the moves though, so you can move around more missiles. Holy, oh my God! He got himself a big touch of the Magi. Missile after missile after missile. Pew, 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 pew. Just barrage him. Plus, going to be up next to Sunbroke. Try to see if he can stay on top of Maestro. Maestro try to see if he can avoid him as much as possible. Does get himself that invis. You get that invis as a blink invis? No, it really looks like real invis. Looks like he doesn't play that big shield. Is going to go for the block on a secret technique Shadow Blades. I mean, I guess I just feel like it's a very, very aggressive go there with the ice block. But maybe just try to sub the rogue. Arcane Sphere. Oh, no. No. If only way he could be able to do is if he just started like spinning in random direction, just randomly just clip plush with it. All the time is up for Maestro, can reposition versus plush, does go for barrages into a breath right after. Polly to follow him. This gives him an opportunity. This could be a big go. Blushes a cloak in a few seconds, but no outs for a moment. This could be a great chance for Maestro to have himself massive damage. Trying to go for first aid. All those barrages isn't enough. Does go for barrage at the end, but a cloak and shadows does remove the damage. Maestro trying to see if he can charge in. Needs to do a cheap shot. Does himself a trinket with an over right after. He goes in for a blind. No trinket available. Maestro did end up using a trinket there, though. I don't know if he can somehow get plushed out in the open. Oh, Arcane Explosion almost, dude. So close, so close. But he had himself a lot of potential damage there with those missiles flying in. It looks so good, too. Just so many little... You know what they look like? Needlers from Halo. That's why I like missiles. Because they look like needlers. Imagine if they had the same effect as needlers from Halo. You get too many of them and they just explode. I guess you kind of sort of have that already with Spellslinger with those like spell shards or whatever. Arcana shards, frost shards, splinters. I guess the splinters really, aren't they? Yeah. Does go for the sap with the ring of frost. Maestro is not in a great spot. No trinket, no block, no nothing. Does go for the breath. This is an opportunity for him to go maybe for the most amount of CC. Touch the Magi is available, but that's about all he can really do. He kind of just got to get this rogue to chase after him. Missiles as he drops down a bomb. But he's going to be able to back out of there with a first aid. Try to see if he can interrupt it. Does get to interrupt it, but still has a lot of healing. First aid back from Maestra. He knows the push is going to want to get on him as soon as possible. Does go for a cheap shot. Blink immediately. Rush to get himself a bit of damage through. Cheap shot yet again. Blocked in 30 seconds. Does get him some big hits here and there. Poly right after. Does go melding it. But the Nova stops him in place. Another Poly. There's an opportunity for Mason to maybe have the biggest go possible. His last chance to make some kind of a big play. Got himself the Ultra. Getting super aggressive with it. I think Plush is kind of lost though. Because he could always just drop behind him with an Ultra. Does go behind him. Oh, it is over. Twice. This mage got the big cell snipers twice. Ooh. Look at that. Oh yeah, that is good. There's the effect. Oh, it's like sparks. So that's the 2100 enchantment or 1950 enchant or whatever. It just looks like sparks. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. It's okay, I guess. I actually think it looked a little bit more like busy over in the Wahid preview than it does in game. Maybe that sword just doesn't roll with it super well. Yeah, it just looks like smoke and sparks. I guess it's kind of neat. Meisha does not have a lot of health to work with here. Does get himself a bit of a reposition, or at least attempted to. Hand of Freedom is available for Saya. Does go for the block, so at least it gives him a breather. But this mage is not in a great spot. 35% dampening, 7 minutes into the match. Block just got used. Invis, but it's stunned. Blink out from Maestra. Does have himself touching the magic, but all he can do is just play defensive while he's just melting to the dawn light. Does get himself a battle. Oh, the battle. Battles. What is it called? A battle master's trinket? Get on me, heal. There's gonna be a lot of hell that is gonna just borrow it and is gonna have to give it up real quick here. Sai just tried to end this, man. Tried to end this guy's whole existence. He was running. But at no hell whatsoever, still melting to the dawn light. Fantastic looking mount, but this man ain't having an easy time escaping. Tried to make someone work. Just a dome to the noggin taking it. That is so rough. Not easy. Not easy at all. Saba is going to be up next. So Saba's going to find a way to fight through Saya and Leo now. Can this shaman take over? Got himself ascendant. Big Thunder into Saya. As long as he can break out. He does trinket someone really, really early. He trinkets as he gets hit with a stun. Was it a blind into a stun? Might have been by Saya. Might have been blind into a stun. If anything, this paladin knows how to play in a 1v1 situation. He got himself CC rotations on lockdown, knows when to close the gap, when to back up out of there, knows when to catch a reset, when to push on forward. Does get himself laying hands, have himself bubble, spell warden. So he still has a lot of cooldowns to work with. Seeing a wall out of Saba, he's trying to be a little bit more careful, but seeing that Saba is cut out in the open, does go for disruptions just to stop any kind of spell casting until he can close the gap and get himself potentially a rebuke up close. And for Saba, it's going to be all he can really do right now is play super defensive and try to run with a burrow or try to see if he can reverse the damage on the side. That's exactly what he's doing for. He chose violence. He chose aggression. He doesn't want to sit behind the pillar and cower. He wants to just rush in and get himself kills. But he might just go down here. I mean, it's just next Hodge is over. Oh, not even a Hodge, just a hammer toss. Man, that is rough. Jareem, it's all in you, bud. It's all in you, bud. He does spell warden, but he won't be able to use it immediately. It's all in you, bud. No, never mind. Why? I feel like my internal clock and spell warden and bubbling for Baron's debuff is off, man. It's just off. Sometimes I feel like, oh, he should totally have it. And then the guy pops like a balloon without using it. It's like, no, he actually had a debuff for a while. Or sometimes I'm like, oh, he shouldn't have it here. And then he does. And I'm so wrong. I just have it wrong completely. Most of the cooldowns I can like wings, for example, Bally's or whatever, I guess before they had Wake of Ashes wings, I felt like I was pretty good at like determining, oh, he's got cooldowns, oh, he doesn't have cooldowns. But it was for Barons, I just can't tell. Honestly, stun onto Jareem, trying to see if he can back up out of there as quickly as possible, shifting power to get himself some cooldowns. Breath onto Saya, looking for a bit of damage, but it's just going to be cut down. Saya bringing it back for his team. Oh, now Saya just has one more to fight through. Is this going to be it? Sai just has one more to fight on through. Immediate blessing is safe for both of them. Trying to stop the stun. Stun out for Pharaoh. Sai is left with not a lot. Maybe lay on hands. Could somehow throw hands and turn around. Blind onto Pharaoh, just looking for recovery. 55% dampening. He can still do a bit of healing. He's a paladin. Between the Eternal Flame, between Dawn Light self-heal, and spamming Eternal Flames for the instant heals. I was thinking maybe. But Pharaoh did get himself just enough ability to catch up. AMS out for Leo instantly. As Pharaoh looking to back himself out of here as quickly as possible. Can he do it though? Stunned by Leo immediately. Pharaoh left with no health at all, but does go lay in hands last second. Blind on all these pets. Searing Glare to at least stop some of the damage. Not all of it though. Looks like the pets don't care about the Searing Glare. You can't Searing Glare pets by the looks of it. Leo decided to tank up as much as possible. Pharaoh's left with not a lot. Needs to grip him. Yorks him right from behind the pillar. Steals the blind. Oh my god, the BM. That is so good. You gotta love Simulacrum. It's so good. Dark Sim, I think it's called. Dark Simulacrum. I can never get it right. Scientist pick up 3 though. Major picking up 2. I love the damage that Arcane Mage did, dude. The barrages, the burst, the missiles.